Let's talk about it. Now, I do want this channel to really just be a place where you can come to when you want some inspiration, but you also want a big brother, someone to show you the truth. Because a lot of the time we know the industry is full of a lot of fugazi. Now, realistically, becoming a trader is something much harder than what a lot of people are flaunting on social media. And to be honest, if you're coming into it with the expectations for it to be hard, you're actually going to be much more successful. And hypothetically, your learning curve can even get cut down faster. Now, I won't tell you it will, but it can, because that's a possibility. I'm here to just tell you the possibilities of what trading can do. What I will tell you about trading is, what trading has allowed me to do is be on holiday and still be able to make money. I think that's a small thing which a lot of us look over. Trading has allowed me to move out of my house with my mum from, I wouldn't say the youngest of age, I'm 22, but younger than most people in London, because London is a mad place right now. Let's be honest, the rent, the everything is just a mad place. It's a mad place. But not only that, I think the number one thing what trading has allowed me to do is pursue my dream without fully forcing my dream. Now, my dream has always been to be in the film industry, whether that's acting or directing or producing. I love it. I love films. I love cinematic things. I love treating life like a movie. I love waking up early, feeling like Creed, running out in the rain. I love that stuff. That's something what genuinely just makes me happy. It makes me inspired. It's just me. It's just a part of me that's like, I don't know how to describe it else. That's literally just how I've been. That's how I've grown up. But truthfully, a lot of creatives are broke. That's just the truth of it. Unless the creative has really just made it big, most of them are broke. I feel like people don't talk about it enough, but most are broke. And this is a trading video, so I'm going to bring it back to the cause. But most of the time, people who start trading don't want to actually be trading. Maybe they want to prove something to the people around them, that they're worth something. Maybe they want to flaunt on an X. Maybe they want to post on Instagram like they made it. And a lot of those things, right, you're going to start this journey, and if you continue past a year of trading or trying to attempt trading, then you'll probably reach the point where you realize all those things have zero cause and effect to your trading. And also, you'd actually realize how valuable not telling people, not being on social media, not including yourself in all those touchy subjects and all those things which you think are helping you, but when you look back, they're really not helping you. All those things, they're just not as important. And that's what growing as a trader is going to teach you. As well as that, growing as a trader, it's going to teach you that your peace is everything. And what I would suggest for people who are new into trading or who just want to start pursuing trading is, as a matter of fact, if you're just trying to pursue it, if you've been pursuing it, how long you've been in it, just people who want to trade, it is very important that you protect your peace. This can be a lot of things. Don't come to the market when you're vulnerable, when you're in vulnerable situations, when you're emotionally vulnerable, when you're feeling away. Now that's also a hump what you're going to have to get over. A person fighting out of rage is not better than a person who's fighting calmly. Because when you're fighting out of rage, you're throwing punches without meaning. And that can be exactly what you do in the market. Throw punches without meaning, make moves without meaning, do things which you're not meant to do. And this goes into my next step. The moment you actually become a quote-unquote trader is the moment when you start to treat trading like a business. And I know so much people are going to tell you this, you're like a business, but literally, you are not a trader because I'm a trader, put trader in my bio, I got a prop firm, my passport. All the noise, you are a trader because you are someone who knows how to manage risk, and through your managing of risk, you take the best probability setups, and you are what makes yourself profitable. So in a lot of businesses, there's loads of different things. People have profit margins, all of these things, they don't invest in all of that stuff. Now, just like that, how someone would have a business where they maybe transport meat or goods, you are the business. And when people say treat it like a business, there's multiple different sections to this. One section can be if you are a person who trades prop firms, I trade prop firms, make sure you have a spreadsheet which tells you how much you've invested into prop firms, how much you've made from prop firms, how much you plan to make from prop firms. All of those things, these are very important things. Like, if you don't you're going to realize this is just like another gamble. It can easily become a gamble, and that is not only when taking trades, but this is when investing money. If you are investing your money willy-nilly without any precaution or any direction, then what happens is it goes into the dust, and we don't like the dust, do we? We want money and we want it back, and we want it to come back calculated. We want it to come back with reason. So whenever you make your money, you say, oh, I did that to make this money and it came back. Like, this makes sense. Everything you should be doing should make sense. That's what you want. You want sense. You don't want these things to come in out of random. You don't want these things to be random. When I did my biggest month in April, every step I took was documented and calculated. Meaning, whenever I now decide, cool, I need to get back to that stage, I want to scale from there. Everything which I do and work towards, I know exactly the work I did to get to that position. Meaning, when there's months which are slow, the past 2-3 months have been slow, I'll be honest, I understand. I've still been getting my fund account, still getting smaller payouts here and there, but nothing as big as that month. At least I can see where I did well and how I did well. And because of that, because it's been treated like a business, because there's reasoning behind things, it is replicable. Luck isn't replicable. That's the difference. But winning through consistent discipline is replicable. You know what I mean. So when you are doing these things, make sure you're just being a very highly calculated person. To be a trader, you do have to do maths. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to watch these people on Instagram or on social media which are like, yo, you're a trader if you can just do 300. Shut up. Let's stick to the real business. Let's get to the real grittiness of it, because it's not all fun and games. People want to make it seem like it's all fun and games, but it's not all fun and games. This is a business at the end of the day. There's winning seasons, there's losing seasons, there's break-even seasons. The question is, how do you react in these seasons? And when you are doing things in a calculated manner, when the losing seasons come or the break-even seasons come, which they will, to stay on track. If any of your success comes from luck, you cannot stay on track. For example, imagine Usain Bolt only ran fast once. No one would call him the fastest man. He just had the fastest record once. But consistently, he was so close to his time, it's not a question. He would always win. That is the type of person you want to be with your consistency in your market analysis. Now, the next thing about your business, strategy hopping. A lot of you consistently strategy hopping. Now, I understand if you're in your first year, you're developing, you're finding your way. But you would be better off being a person in that first year learning trend lines and sticking with trend lines for 3 years than strategy hopping every chance you get. Now, the thing is about strategy hopping and the thing is about trading is it's like the Jet Li or the quote about, I'd rather be a person who's practiced 10,000 kicks or one kick 10,000 times. Repetition in trading is extremely important, especially if you're a technical analysis, which most people are nowadays. That's why there's the whole ICT and all of that. If you're a technical analysis trader, repetition is so important to you, and you strategy hopping completely takes that away from you. You take the power away from yourself the moment you consistently strategy hop. You are taking, remember, trading is about probability. The moment you keep strategy hopping, you ruin your repetition and you ruin you as a trader. So what happens is, yes, you can have multiple strategies for multiple seasons, which I wouldn't suggest until you're actually a good trader, or at least until you made your first 10 bags or 20 bags or 30 bags or whatever. Then you can decide to start making switches and all of that, which I probably, if you just made 30, 10 bags, whatever, it was probably not suggesting for you to change your strategy, but you know what I mean. Now, yes, there is times where you should develop and increase your strategy and look over it and see the results. But that only comes through you looking at data over a big amount of time. That's when you'll understand it with that. Now, as a growing trader, lastly, I think something which is extremely important, what you should do, is get some consistency within your life. Because the market rewards consistency. It rewards the same strategy, it rewards the same pairs, it rewards the same time frame. And life also rewards consistency. Waking up at the same time, your body has a natural body clock, meaning that you will always wake up at that time, meaning when you need to wake up on a hard day, your body will naturally wake up at that time and it'll be easier for you. Maybe your bedtime is extremely great. Your body instantly gets tired at those times. Sorry, there's bare mosquitoes trying to bite man up right now. But that will play in your benefit. There's tons of things what consistency does for you, which just correlates exactly into the market. And I think a lot of you guys, maybe not you, but a lot of people, they're very sporadic with their approach to everything in life. And let's just say like this, growth is boring as fuck. It's very boring. All the fun parts of this whole entire journey, that's what you spend your profits on. But growth, that stage when you're trying to break the barrier between you being taken like a and that stage, boring. And hopefully when you grow it gets even more boring, because that you'll probably be making more money, and that's what we're in it for. That's trading. It's literally a game about money. Please treat yourself with the respect to just be consistent enough with the way you approach. Even if you're trading at work, if you're trading at work, go to the bathroom at the same time. I'm not trying to tell you to do that. I don't think you should do that, because I don't trade at work. I think that's just a bad choice. It's just a reason for you to be stressed. It's going to make your emotions go up and down. And you know me. If you know me, I really am very serious about my emotional control when in trades and out of trades. But come up with some consistency. Make sure that you treat it like a business, and please respect yourself. I think that is going to really help you as a growing trader. Catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.